Do you wish you had the power to make any woman fall in love with you? Are you tired of playing by the rules, only for women to kick you to the curb when they've had enough of you? If that sounds familiar, then this video is for you. I'm going to teach you how to play dirty to make any woman fall head over heels in love with you in a matter of minutes. How? Well, it's simple. You just need to understand female psychology, then you can hack into her subconscious mind and exploit her weaknesses for your own gain. You could call it mind control. I know, it sounds crazy, right? But hear me out on this one. It's worked for me and hundreds of other guys, and it will work for you too. Not only that, but what I'm about to teach you is super easy to learn. You just need to memorize a few scripts, and that's it. So I'm going to teach you not one, not two, but 3 separate techniques. You don't have to use all of them. You can just choose your favorite. So here's my question to you. Do you want to change your dating life forever right now, or would you rather wait a few months and come back? Good choice. But before we get to that, could you do something for me? Could you hit the like button down below? It really helps me get these videos out to guys like yourself. I'll wait a few seconds while you click like. Then I'll teach you the secrets. How does that sound? Done it? Great. Thanks. Now let's pick things back up. The first thing I'm going to teach you is called the deliberate misinterpretation technique. Think back to a time when you've met someone new. Think about the conversations you had. How often did you just nod and agree with whatever she was saying? A lot, I imagine. Guys tend to agree with everything a girl says when they've just met. They think it will make her more attracted to them. But this isn't true at all. In fact, it's the total opposite. The more you agree with her, the more she will see you as a friend. She'll see you as someone on her level, not as someone she's attracted to. So, what's the solution? You just have to flip the conversation on its head. Make the point that you and her are totally different. Want to see it in action? Check this out. Imagine that she asks if you live alone. You just say, "Why? Are you wondering how much noise you'll be able to make?" Now let's say that she asks you what your job is. You say, "I'll tell you what you really want to know. No, I'm not a millionaire." See how it works? You flip the conversation around to imply that she's the one chasing you. Then, she'll be subconsciously trying to get you to reveal things about yourself rather than the traditional way of the guy doing all the questioning. That's technique number 1. Technique number 2 is called the double bind. Earlier in this video, I asked you if you wanted to change your dating life right now or in a few months' time. Remember that? Well, that was the double bind in action. And guess what? You're still here, so it worked. The double bind is a way of presenting a question as multiple choice, so that a woman picks the decision you want her to. It's a way of putting up imaginary boundaries so she has to pick one of 2 options. However, both options are usually the same. Let me show you an example. So, you've just met a woman. Maybe it was in a coffee shop or on a dating app. It doesn't matter. Say to her, "Do you want to tell me about yourself now or later?" Or you could try, "We should head out for a drink sometime. I can do Friday night or Saturday afternoon." Seems too good to be true, right? Well, the double bind exploits a very simple principle in the human brain. Our brains like to be guided to a destination. We don't like thinking for ourselves. We are much more likely to accept something if there are multiple choices involved. But the trick is to engineer those multiple choices so that they both benefit you. Not only is the double bind incredibly powerful, but you can also adapt it in a million different ways. For example, if she has a boyfriend, you could say, "Are you going to break up with him soon? Or leave it a few weeks?" Seriously, the possibilities of the double bind are endless, and when you combine it with deliberate misinterpretation, you have a surefire recipe for success. That's 2 techniques, so what about the third? Well, that one is pretty special. You see, both of these techniques have one thing in common. They're actually a form of something called fractionation. Fractionation is a way of putting any woman you meet into a hypnotic trance. The woman then becomes addicted to this feeling, and she projects this onto you. The result? She then becomes emotionally addicted to you. She won't stop thinking about you every second of the day. Remember when I mentioned mind control? Yeah, that's exactly what this is. It's some of the most powerful stuff you could ever learn, especially if you want to make any woman fall in love with you in record time. This elusive third technique is limited only to an elite few individuals, so I can't risk revealing it in this video. But hold up, that doesn't mean you can't learn it. That's right, you can master all of these techniques, including the supremely powerful fractionation, all for yourself right now. In just a second, a link will appear in this video. Click it, and it will take you to a special online masterclass on mind control. It is taught by the same man who invented fractionation and has been helping guys the world over for years. These 3 techniques are just the beginning of an entire world of psychological manipulation. If you're ready to dive into a new world of seduction possibilities, click on the link and join the Mind Control online masterclass today.